Marty, Jason Bateman, shows up at Sue the therapist's house and notices her bright yellow sports car is gone from the driveway in the opening scene of Netflix's Ozark Season 3 Episode 8. After no one answers when he knocks on her door, Marty lets himself in and begins to look around. He opens her laptop and finds he can't get it to turn on. He then goes through her files and realizes there aren't any there on him and Wendy. Marty finds Sue's datebook and sees her last appointment was with Frank Jackson. He also spots Helen Pierce's name among her appointments. After realizing what has happened, he begins to wipe his prints off everything he touched and leaves. While Wendy, Laura Linney, is driving Charlotte, Sophia Hublitz, and Jonah, Skylar Gertner, Charlotte complains about why they've been forced to do community service. Wendy reminds her, "Well, you were arrested and then sentenced." Charlotte wonders why Wendy couldn't just get them out of this, and Wendy says she's not about to bribe a judge. Wendy sees Helen, Janet McTeer in the parking lot. Wendy wants to talk about their partnership and reveals Marty informed her about their therapist. Helen plays innocent and asks, "She wasn't home?" Wendy scoffs and replies, "No, she wasn't." Wendy and Helen seem to be still on the outs, and Wendy claims they were handling the Sue situation. She believes when Helen makes decisions without them, it puts everything in jeopardy. Helen cuts her off, revealing she thinks the brides have been making mistakes and she's sick and tired of cleaning up after their mess. Wendy warns her this partnership isn't going to work if she keeps her in the dark. Meanwhile, Marty meets with Special Agent Maya Miller, Jessica Francis Dukes, and attempts to give her more people to go after. He thinks someone should do something about these people, but Maya informs him it won't be her. He continues to work on her, explaining these people prey on the elderly. Plus, they've got secret offshore accounts. Marty's persistent and mentions their tax evasion. Agent Miller continues to tell him she wants to do what's right and what's right is not accepting his file. Then, Tom Pelfrey drops Ruth, Julia Garner, off at the casino, and it's obvious she's shaken up just looking at the casino. That seems to make Ben mad and he drives off in a hurry. Marty and Wendy are helping set up an event they've planned when Ruth walks up. Wendy's surprised to see her and lets Ruth know she's not expected to return to work so soon. She can take more time off. Ruth assures them she's fine and wants to work, but Marty wants to make sure she's okay. After she states that she is, Marty begins to go over a list of things for her to do. After he walks away, Ruth looks sad as she says, "Got it." Ben shows up at Frank Cosgrove's business and tells the guy manning the gate he's there to see Frank Cosgrove Jr. The man at the gate claims Frank Jr. isn't available and warns Ben to stop coming back. Ben drives through the gate anyway, but when a bunch of men run toward his truck, he wisely turns his truck around and leaves. Wendy has a chat with Senator Andrew Wade, Brian LaFontaine, about their event, advising him they invited all the donors that Charlie Wilkes rubbed the wrong way. As she's going over everything with him, she slips in the file on the people screwing over senior citizens. She lets him know she tried to give it to an FBI agent, but she wouldn't take it. He takes the bait and asks for the agent's name. The kids join Marty for dinner at the casino and ask questions about his and Wendy's relationship. He assures them they don't need to worry about it. Ben's at a bar drinking when a man walks in and Ben tries to pick a fight for no particular reason. When the man asks what his problem is, Ben beats him up. Wendy receives a call in the middle of the night from an extremely unhappy Helen, who delivers the news she's sitting outside a Kansas City police station because Ben has been arrested for assault. Apparently, Ben told the police Helen is their family lawyer. Helen begins to list his charges and also lets Wendy know Ben has a warrant back in North Carolina for assault and property damage. Wendy tells her she'll take it from there. Ruth picks up Ben from jail and she's not pleased about what he did. He tells her Frank needs his A kicked and can't believe she doesn't want him dead. She admits she does want Frank Jr. dead, but she doesn't want him dead. Her dead, Marty and Wendy dead, etc. Ben throws Marty and Wendy under the bus for not doing enough for Ruth, explaining Wendy never used to be this soft. When they were kids, she used to beat people up. The old Wendy would have found a way to do something to Frank Jr. that night. He blames Marty for the change in Wendy, saying marrying him made her a